Today, let's try exercise C, which has quotation questions. You should have your handout with you. Let's read the passage first. My elder brother Josh was extremely fond of inviting his many friends from all over the world to stay at our holiday villa. Every year, without fail, they would arrive at our doorstep in throngs, and this year, the invasion began on the first day of our 2-month summer holiday. Minutes after lunch, the guests made themselves comfortable any way they pleased in the house. I escaped to the veranda, my favorite haunt for some peace and quiet. Soon after I arrived there, however, the door creaked open. I turned around to see the German sculptor lumber across the veranda and hoist his bulk onto my wooden two-seater swing. "Oh no!" I muttered to myself as the swing groaned ominously under his weight. Judging by the shape of his porch, I gathered that he was too bloated with food and wine to do anything better but take a nap. And true enough, he started snoring soon after. Not wanting to be rude, I decided to wait for him to wake up before I reclaimed my property. The minutes crawled by. After an interminable wait, I poked my flabby arms and mumbled, "Excuse me, sir, but I'd like to use my swing now." A deafening snore exploded from his lips, and I suddenly became aware that he had been drooling all over my favorite cushion. A loud throbbing pulse beat in my ears. "That's it! I've had it with this man," I thought to myself, as waves of fury surged through me. "Get your monstrous butt off my swing!" I roared. "What?" he sputtered as he fell off his perch. He landed with a loud thud on the wooden floor and grinned sheepishly at me. I looked up to see Josh standing at the doorway with his arms akimbo. A flicker of displeasure danced momentarily across his features before he strode towards his massive friend. "Please excuse my brother for his rudeness," he said, helping his friend up. Then, glaring at me with fiery eyes, he hissed through his gritted teeth and said, "He quite obviously needs to be taught a lesson on courtesy." So, this is the passage that we've just read. Now, let's try the question. From paragraph 1, quote a word that tells us that the narrator did not approve of his brother's guests staying at their holiday villa. So when you are doing questions for comprehension, you need to examine the passage, look closely at each line. Now, let's take a look at the first line. My elder brother George was extremely fond of inviting his many friends from all over the world to stay at our holiday villa. Does this answer the question about the narrator not approving his brother's guests? No. So let's take a look at the second line. Every year, without fail, they will arrive at our doorstep in throngs. And this year, the invasion began on the first day of our 2-month summer holiday. Is there anything there that answers the question? Yes. Now, you need to find what? Quote a word. A word means one single word. So which is that one single word that tells us that the narrator did not approve of his brother staying at their holiday villa? Is it Every? Is it year? No. Without? Fail? Gay? Would? Arrive? At? Our? Doorstep? In? Trunks? No. All these words do not tell us whether if the narrator disapproval. And this year, the invasion. Now, what does invasion mean? Invasion means like there is a large number of people going into space or sphere. Invasion also suggests an unwelcome intrusion into another person's domain. So, what is the word here that tells us the narrator did not approve of his brother staying at the holiday villa? The word is invasion. Now, how do you write the answer? For quotation questions, can you recall? Yes, you should have quotation marks. Okay, and spell the word correctly. Invasion. That's it. Let's take a look at the second question. From paragraph 2, write 3 consecutive words that show that the sculptor was a heavy-sized man. Now, did you notice the word consecutive? So, consecutive tells you that the word must follow each other. And how many words are you looking for? 3. So now let's take a look at each line closely. Is it the first line? No. Is it the second line? No. Is it the third line? No. Is it the fourth line? Possible. Okay. Is it the fifth line? It's possible. Okay. What are we looking for? Something that shows that the sculptor was a heavy-sized man. So, is the answer hoist his bulk? Or is the answer shape of his pouch? Or should it be? Which one shows that the sculptor was a heavy-sized man? Hoist his bulk. Right. So, when you're answering the quotation question, what must you do? You should have quotation marks. Alright? So, spell accurately. Hoist his bulk. Okay. Now let's try another question. From paragraph 3, write a sentence that shows time passed very slowly for the narrator. Now what are we looking for? We are looking for a sentence. Alright. So, is it the first sentence that tells you that time passed very slowly? Or is it the second sentence, the minutes crawled by? It's possible. This answer is the answer. Another one. After an interminable wait. Oh, that also tells me that time passes very slowly. Wait, what is the question asking for? The question is asking for a sentence. It's not a phrase. So, it cannot be about the wait. It must start with a capital letter and end with a full stop on an end punctuation. So now, let's write the answer. Write a sentence that shows time passed very slowly for the narrator. For quotation question, what do you need to write? Quotation marks. Okay, remember to start with a capital letter. And you end with a full stop. Check that you copy it accurately. Let's try the next question. From paragraph 5, identify the expression that shows the sculptor was embarrassed. What are we looking for? We're looking for an expression. So, an expression can be a word or a phrase. Now we're looking for a word or a phrase that show that the sculptor was embarrassed. Now let's look closely. Could it be sputtered? Could it be landed with a loud thud? Could it be grinned sheepishly at me? So, which one shows that the sculptor was embarrassed? Grin sheepishly at me? You are correct. Now, how do you answer quotation marks? You need to write the quotation marks. Okay. Green, sheepishly at me. So again, make sure that every word is relevant, every word is necessary, and answer the question. Let's do the next question. From paragraph 6, which two expressions reveal that Josh was very angry? Josh was very angry. Let's see. Is it arms akimbo? Is it flicker of displeasure? Is it glaring at me with fiery eyes? Is it hiss through his gritted teeth? Two expressions reveal that Josh was very angry. Now, take a minute and look at what we've highlighted. Arms akimbo. Does that show that someone is very angry? Flicker of displeasure. Does that show that someone is very angry? Glaring at me with fiery eyes. Does that show that Josh is very angry? Hissed through his gritted teeth. Does this show that Josh was very angry? Which two expressions reveal that Josh was very angry? Okay, so arms akimbo, no. doesn't really show that Josh was very angry. Flicker of displeasure does not show that Josh was very angry. How would you write the answer for quotation questions? You need to have quotation mark. Okay, first one. Glaring at me with fiery eyes and hissed through his gritted teeth. These two expressions reveal that Josh was very angry. So we just did a passage on quotation question. Remember, every word in your answer must be both necessary and relevant to the question, and use quotation mark to structure your answer. That's it for today.